Hello and welcome to another episode of Disney Dust. Hey, it's DisneyDwayne here, and we're going to be talking about Elio. Yes, Disney and Pixar's latest offering. Gonna jump right into it. I am sorry, I am late. I forgot that this movie came out. In fact, it came out about a month ago, and wow, I have failed as a Disney fan. But anyway, long story short, I got to see it, and of course, we're gonna talk about it today. Also, I'm wearing a t-shirt that's not very Disney related, but it is related to a musical because I am writing a musical for this company, the Singapore Repertory Theatre. Look out for it. I will talk about it maybe at some point. It's released February to March next year. Most videos I don't talk about other things except for the review, but come on, give me some liberties, okay? Sometimes I need to rattle off, and that's over right now. So, Elio, what is it about? Well, it's about a boy, if you didn't already know, who is very lonely. There's an underlying theme of loneliness, and he wants to, not be lonely anymore. And he feels like out there in space, there's going to be belonging. Well, what do I think about it? I think on top of another issue that I had with the script, it was kind of a little bit far-fetched to believe that this boy believed that he could find happiness elsewhere. So that kind of didn't hook me in. I didn't care for Elio as much as I wanted to, and I was looking for someone to care about. And it only happened, I think, somewhere in the sort of like 2/5 into the film, I started to want to care about someone, because I didn't care for the villain, right? I didn't care for the colony of aliens that Elio meets eventually. I think it took quite a bit of time for him to get to space too. All of that kind of dragged on for me. But when he finally did get to space and he meets, spoiler, Glorden, the little kid alien who is the kid of the son of the villain, that's when I got interested. I feel like Glorden actually is the person that we should care about, and it's the person I care about because he is actually the protagonist. And let me explain why I think he's the protagonist. Because Elio's journey kind of ends right after he goes back to Earth and is sort of like being told that he's welcomed and that he has a home, and his journey is kind of resolved. The only reason why he wants to go back to space is to save Glorden. So then now it becomes about Glorden. I mean, you can argue that this is a second motivation for the protagonist, Elio, but I feel like Glorden is the real protagonist because his journey actually starts, even though it starts from the middle to the end, but it should start from the beginning. So what I think the scriptwriters should have done was to start the story with Glorden being in space and feeling like he was trapped, and he, had to follow his father's footsteps and not wanting to be like that. And so if we follow that train, then Elio becomes a supporting character where he wishes to go to space, and it's set up nicely in that sense because what's going to happen already. Elio and Glorden are somehow going to meet, and it's more exciting that way rather than sort of venturing to the unknown, and we're not sure. I don't know. I mean, it's just me, my opinion. I felt like it was kind of too open-ended for me to care or to know what was going on. There was no hook because it was so open-ended, right? Also, in the original way that the story played out, I felt towards the end that it was kind of unbelievable as well because of the fact that two people, right, the villain as well as the colony that was being imprisoned by the villain, two entities kind of forgave Elio quite simply and quite unbelievably. They were both kind of upset with him because Elio had sort of lied, right, to the villain, bringing his son back. And so because of that, the villain's angry. And because of that, the villains captured the colony and they pushed him away to go back to Earth. And so the colony should also be a little bit upset with Elio. But in fact, they do the opposite. When he returns, they honor him with a badge because of his sacrifice. And the villain also very quickly just changes his mind about Elio and frees the colony. just because the son says, "Oh, Dad, I don't want to be, I don't want to follow your footsteps." This dad is power hungry, and I think that change is just too sudden. So, something, a device. I think it's missing one step, like a device, like showing the father in his quiet moments, like maybe when he's having a shower, to get off the shell, the carapace, uh, uh, get off that, and then sort of unwillingly put it back on, maybe. And the father could relate to his son in some manner, saying like, I too actually, out of tradition have to put on this, and I'm not really that guy, because he shows he's not that guy when he takes it all off, and it's not usually done, and he goes to his son to hug his son, right? So I feel like it was missing some little pieces of a jigsaw. What did you think about Elio? I mean, I'm coming from, I guess, a very more story writer perspective in some ways. So what did you think about it? I don't know. I don't think it was Disney or Pixar's best. It's certainly beautiful in terms of voice acting, in terms of the environment set up. It's a very amazing, colorful world. But just, yeah, it didn't quite hit it for me. So I'll give it, like, out of 5, I would give it like a 3, a 3.2 maybe. What did you think? Anyhow, it's been fun. Till the next review that I hopefully won't forget about. It's DisneyDwayne, and I hope you have a magical day. Take care. Like and subscribe. Yeah, please. Thank you.